a lonely island that redraws the map of the sea. It is estimated that there are more than 900,000 islands across the world. Among them, Sweden claims the most, with over 260,000 islands within its territory. Roughly 10,000 of the world's islands are privately owned by celebrities and wealthy individuals. And perhaps most surprising of all, over 90% of the world's islands are uninhabited. They are lands without people, yet governments still manage them, enforce borders around them, and claim full sovereignty. Why? Because even a tiny patch of land can generate an exclusive economic zone, EEZ, spanning up to 740 kilometers in diameter. In other words, a rock barely the size of a small room can turn hundreds of thousands of square kilometers of ocean into part of someone's territory. A single island can secure ocean space equivalent to twice the land area of the United Kingdom. Island or rock, a fine line with huge consequences. Under international law, an island must meet strict criteria. It must be above water at all times, naturally formed, and able to support human habitation or independent economic activity. If it fails to meet those standards, it's just a rock. With no territorial waters, no EEZ, and no legal clout, but the definitions are vague. What does habitable mean? What qualifies as natural? And that legal gray zone is where countries start to maneuver. When reality outruns the law, China has built artificial islands atop reefs in the South China Sea, installing airstrips, radar systems, and military facilities. What began as maritime research outposts have become fully operational military bases. 7 artificial islands now serve as strongholds, declaring through concrete and radar that this sea is ours. In 2016, the Permanent Court of Arbitration ruled these were not legally islands. China disregarded the verdict and continued to assert control through presence rather than law. Japan, too, has invested heavily in a speck of rock in the Pacific. Okino-Torishima, an islet roughly the size of 2 tennis courts, has been reinforced with concrete, solar panels, and monitoring equipment. This is an island, Japan insists, because if it's accepted as such, Japan's EEZ expands to 4 times the size of the Korean peninsula. A single island can command an entire sea. These battles are not about lonely rocks. They're about the seas that surround them, and the vast resources, rights, and strategic power that come with them. Within an EEZ, a nation can exclusively harvest marine life, extract oil, gas, and valuable minerals from the seabed, and control access to sea routes and undersea cables. The South China Sea, one of the world's most contested waters, is home to enormous fish stocks and potentially trillions of dollars worth of oil and gas. All of this, the resources, the control, the power, depends on whether that little dot on the map counts as an island. Today, there are over 70 ongoing maritime and EEZ disputes around the world, and over half of the world's coastal nations are involved in island-related territorial conflicts. An island, it turns out, is not just a place. It is a geopolitical pivot point. Even empty islands carry stories. Some islands speak through absence. Hashima Island off the coast of Nagasaki was once the most densely populated place on Earth. When its coal ran dry, the people left. Now it's a ghost city of decaying concrete, where only the wind moves through what's left behind. At its peak, over 1,200 people lived on an area the size of a football field. Many of them Korean and Chinese forced laborers. Then there are islands like Tuvalu, a Pacific nation where people don't want to leave, but may have no choice. With most of its land lying less than 2 meters above sea level, Tuvalu faces the terrifying prospect of becoming the first nation to disappear beneath the waves. In response, it launched the Digital Nation Project, seeking to preserve its government, culture, and territory as a virtual state, even if the physical land vanishes. A tiny dot that shakes the world. An island is more than just a speck of land. It's a seal of presence on the open sea. In that single dot lies law and defiance, memory and strategy, presence and absence. In the stillness of the ocean, a lonely island quietly redraws the map of the world.